Welcome to our embassy.
Thank you. What a beautiful place. Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador.
This is the visit of our leader when he was president at that time in 1989.
Hopefully no COVID soon. I'll go to Iran. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Iran. How would you characterize the current China-Iran relations, and what are your reflections on this relationship 50 years on?
So, as you well know, that Iran and the Iranian and the Chinese people, the relation rooted to the centuries ago during through the Silk Road, and the Silk Road is very familiar with Iranians. At that time, the Iranian and the Chinese people, they had a good relation. Even in our literature, for example, in the 7th century or after that, you can see a lot of the Chinese word or mention, and the Iranian poems say about the poet. For example, about the calligraphy in China. I saw a lot of poems by the Iranian great poems. So our relation back to the centuries ago, but diplomatic relation, as you mentioned, is now we are celebrating 50 years of anniversary. It shows that Iran and China during that years, so we had a very good relation. During the centuries, even we didn't have any kind of the war or any, the kind of the bitter relation between each other. We had a very good relation, and so Iran and China, after the revolution, they made the good progress, and on year 2016, when the President Xi visited Iran, we upgraded our relation to the strategic comprehensive partnership. Recently, on the March, the State Councilor and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Wang Guan, visited Iran, and we signed 25 years of action plan to which boost our relation. So this is, I think, important, and for 14 years now on, China is the first partner in economic relation between Iran and China. That is our first partner for 14 consecutive years. So this is it shows that Iran and China have a very good relation, and we mark this year. We have some celebration, exchanging of the message between two leaders. So this is I'm very optimistic. We will progress our relation in the future.
So you mentioned this 25-year cooperation agreement. Yeah. This is pretty rare, if not unheard of, among two countries, right? 25 years of cooperation. How do you think this piece of agreement can, withstand the change of administrations and also the change of the circumstances in global politics?
Yes. So, the will of the political leader of two countries is to improve and both the relations. It doesn't matter how is the world environment is changing. So this 25 years of action plans between Iran and China, which I think it was a great job. I'm very glad. I'm very proud. During my mission here, it happened. We worked very hard on that, and it's very important. And it touched the different areas, and so I think that this action plan to 25 years, it's like a roadmap for both countries to be arranged to better relations. Determined to improve our relation, to use the opportunities. Because there's a lot of opportunities and potential between two countries. We can use for the benefit of our people. The Chinese people benefit, the Iranian people will benefit of this kind of relation. So why not we do that? And this is belong to Iran and China, not other third party to interfere on that.
Talking about JCPOA, it is an issue of grave concern around the world. Recently, Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi said the U.S. should lift all unilateral sanctions against Iran in order to revive the JCPOA. Where do you think JCPOA is right now from the Iranian perspective? And are you still hopeful that it can be renewed or revived in the foreseeable future?
We're still in JCPOA. The previous administration, they decided to withdraw from JCPOA, and they caused a lot of problem for us. And they're imposing the illegal sanction to Iran. As the rightly State Councilor mentioned, United States, when they wanted to return to the JCPOA, they should in somehow to compensate on what they have done. And we didn't violate the JCPOA, and still, the IEA, in their report, they verified, the report by the IEA, and which Iran is complying with our commitment. We didn't violate the accord. The United States, they withdraw. The door is open for them to return. But to be, if you wanted to be frankly speaking, it's not possible for a country. When you decide to go out, you decide to come in. This is it's a nonsense. If they wanted to return to JCPOA, to comply what they have done, that's the damage to Iranian people.